and I are here to oppose the motion which states, and I quote, "This House believes that teachers are responsible for the mess in Liberia's educational sector." Before I go further, permit me to define some key words that are used in this motion, in order to give you a clear picture of what this topic is trying to say. The first word that I would like to start with is teachers. According to the English Oxford Dictionary, a teacher is someone whose occupation is to instruct and pass on knowledge. The next word is responsible. According to the same source, responsible means to be the cause of something, and lastly, must. This motion simply speaks to all of the challenges in our education system. So, having defined these key words, my teammates and I will be arguing on 2 points to prove our claim. The first point is the huge number of unqualified teachers in our education system is causing students to underperform on public examination. Number 2, the high corruption rate from teachers is causing students to be unserious. I will speak on the first point, and my second speaker will speak on the second point. In 2013, Madam Sally called our education system a mess. After all, 25,000 high school students sitting the state university entrance exams failed, and we believe that she was right to call it that. But the question now is, who do we blame for that mass failure? We say the teachers. There is a saying that says that you are only as good as your teacher, meaning what you learn is what you put out. Because these days we have a lot of we have huge amount of unqualified teachers in our schools. The quality of education that students are getting is poor, and this reflects greatly when students sit public exams. These days we have a lot of high school graduates who are not even university students, talk less of university graduates teaching major subjects in our school and provide poor education to students. And so we blame the teachers and school administration for the mess in our education system. I submit. Thanks.
My name is student Margaret S. Briama. In continuation of our argument, I would like to add to our first point that was presented by our first speaker. Before going on to our second point of argument, remember my first speaker told you that these days we have a lot of unqualified teachers teaching in our schools. Most of these teachers did not even attend any teacher training college and lack the basic skills to teach. Even for some with BSc, they lack the skills to teach because they fail to attend a teacher training students to be unserious, and thereby leading to the underperformance of students on public exams and outside of the classroom. This unprofessional act of money for grades by teachers has left most students feeling reluctant to study their lessons, because they know that if they take any test and fail, they can easily give 5 USD or 10 USD and they will get a passing grade. Furthermore, most of the teachers intentionally make the test difficult to ensure that students fail. The end goal for them is to request for money from those that fail in exchange for a passing grade. So the more failures, the more money those corrupt teachers make. This wicked act has crippled our education system and created a huge mess. That is why my teammates and I believe strongly that teachers are to be blamed for the mess in our education system.
Great judges, my name is Leanna and Nassim, and my team and I are here to oppose the motion which states, and I quote, "This House believes that teachers are not responsible for the mess in Liberia's educational sector. We accept the definitions of the key words like teacher, responsible, and mess that was provided by the government team. But we strongly disagree with the claim that teachers are responsible for the mess in our education system. We will build our case on one fundamental point to show you why teachers are not to be blamed for the mess in our education system. And our point is, the underfunding of the Ministry of Education has led to the mess in our education system. The question now is, who do we blame for this? We say the Ministry of Finance and the House of Legislators. According to our law, 25% of the country's national budget should be allocated towards education. But the Ministry of Education receives far less from her day-to-day affairs. As you may be aware, only 14% of the current national budget was allocated towards education. And the Ministry of Education receives far less from her day-to-day affairs. This number is way below what is required by the law to be allocated to education. Now, why do we have more unqualified teachers in public schools and few private schools? This is because of the low salaries that teachers make. The Ministry of Education is unable to pay its teachers high salaries because of the low budget allocation towards them. It is impossible to find a qualified teacher like BSc or master degree holder who has a teaching certificate and is willing to work for a salary of 100 USD or 150 USD, knowing that they have responsibilities. And these are the reasons why we find many high school graduates teaching in our classes. For us, we think to solve this problem, we must tackle it from the roots. That is why we blame the Ministry of Finance, the House of Legislators, and not the teachers. Our lawmakers review those limited funds and pass it into law without considering the importance of the education and the need to increase the money allocated to it. What is causing the real mess in our education system is lack of funding. blame the Ministry of Finance, the House of Legislators, and not the teachers. I submit. Thanks.
Adjudicators. Once again, my name is Student Rose MC Stevens. In continuation of my team's argument, we want to remind you that it is unfair to blame the teachers for the mess in our education system when they are not the root cause of the problem. They are just people trying to survive in an already messy system, a mess caused by lack of funding. That is why we bring the Ministry of Finance and the House of Legislators, because finance allocates chicken change to MOE, and MOE reviews that chicken change and passes it into law. Based on what is on the paper, MOE supervisors should visit schools at least once a week in order to monitor what is happening at those various schools and solve some of the problems like corruption and so on. But this isn't happening due to limited manpower and means of transportation to cover over 56,000 schools in Maserado alone. Talk less of the entire country. Our work must be removed from the hands of those political appointees and selected officers and move into the hands of those who educated them, the teachers. To solve this current problem, we recommend that 25% as stated in our law be allocated to MOE in order to enable them to operate effectively. Mostly, parents do not monitor their child's or children's schoolwork or help them to study. We believe that parents also have a part to play in solving this problem. Let's tackle the problem from the root cause and not blame the teachers for a problem they did not create. I respectfully submit. Thanks.
My name is Stasha as Cephus. As I conclude my team's argument, I will be reporting a few points from the opposition team. And at the end of my presentation, I will be telling you why my team and I have won this debate. The opposition team wants you to believe that the mess in our education system is created by lack of funding. They painted a picture to make you believe that MOE is underfunded. And that is why we have corruption amongst teachers. In order to show you why the points are false, note that being corrupt is a mindset that has little or nothing to do with how much you make. Take for example, our lawmakers and government officials make thousands of US dollars monthly, yet they are still very much corrupt. This shows that even if we allot more money to MOE, it won't still solve the issue of corruption among some bad teachers that are making our education system a mess. The next thing they told you and want you to believe is that we have unqualified teachers teaching in our classes because of low salaries and limited funds to pay qualified teachers. Now, why is this false? It's false because the problem isn't with the money. Take for example, even at the level of the university where teachers are paid higher salaries, there are still unqualified teachers teaching there. The problem is with the school administration
administrator employing the right people based on merit and not favoritism, and who knows you. That is why we blame the teachers and school administrators for the mess in our education system. My team and I have won this debate because we have been able to show you the flaws in team opposition arguments and also give you some examples to prove why their points are wrong. With this said, my team and I maintain that teachers are responsible for the mess in our education system. I respectfully submit. Thanks.
Vedella praise Bulter. In conclusion of our argument, I will refute those points made by the government team and to conclusively conclude my presentation. I will be telling you why my team and I have won this debate. In today's debate, the team government came with 2 points of argument. Their first point was that the huge number of unqualified teachers in our education system is causing students to underperform. In order to trash out this point and show you why the lack of funding is the cause of this problem. Take for example, our school Kiddies we have qualified and well-paid teachers, and the quality of education here is very good. This is only possible because the owners of the institution invested a lot of money to make this possible. The point I am trying to make here is the fact that where you find a huge number of unqualified teachers are in government-run schools, and that is why many parents refuse sending their kids to private institutions. If the Ministry of Finance and the House of Legislators were allocating more money to MOE, then MOE will be able to employ more qualified teachers like Kiddies were. We can't blame our teachers or the school administration for this problem. They are not the root cause of the mess in our education system. The Ministry of Finance and the House of Legislators are to be blamed. That is why we recommend that the 25% as stated in our laws be allocated to MOE in order to enable them to operate effectively. Finally, we want you to know that you can solve a problem by starting from the middle. You need to tackle a problem from the root cause. In this case, the underfunding of MOE is the root cause of the mess in our education system. That is why we blame the Ministry of Finance and the House of Legislators and not the teachers who are at the middle for this problem. My team and I have won this debate because we have been able to show you the root cause of the mess in our education system. I will also show you and give you some examples why we can't blame our teachers for a problem that they did not cause. I respectfully submit. Thanks.